Sewing fish sewing tutorial. DIY handmade kits for bag DB860. Before we start to make our bag, we need to know which side of the ladder is for outside of the bag and inside of the bag. Please get ladder number 1, ladder number 4, and ladder number 5 to sew them together. The length of thread used to sew these holes on ladder number 2 will be 5 times of the length on the bottom of ladder number 2. Example, it is 1 time of the length on the bottom of ladder number 2, so we need 5 times of the length on the bottom of ladder number 2. Use the scissors to cut the strap. You can use sideways cut. The sewing method we use is double needle sew method. Thus, we need to make 2 sides of the thread and needles together. Make a hole in the middle of the thread with the needle. Then pull the thread through the pinhole and pull the long thread. Before we start to make our bag, we need to know which side of the ladder is for outside of the bag and inside of the bag. Please get ladder number 5 and ladder number 2 to match the first hole on both pieces of ladder together with a needle. Also, fold the wax thread in half. Use the needle at the bottom side of the ladder and make it through the second hole of ladder number 2 and number 5. Get the ladder number 4 and put on the ladder number 2 with the same hole. Use the needle on top of the ladder and make it through the second hole of all pieces of ladder. Now you can use the same sew method on the last step to sew all the holes on the ladder. to keep a little thread when cutting it, and make sure both needles need to keep on the ladder of the inside backside. To make it tight and beautiful, we need to use a lighter to find the thread, but don't burn the ladder directly. Please get the ladder number 1 and sew it with ladder number 4, number 5 for the holes on ladder number 4 and number 5. Sew ladder number 1, ladder number 4, and ladder number 5. We'll use 5 times of thread length on ladder number 2. Make ladder number 1 coincident in middle of the ladder number 5 and ladder number 2. Now you can use the same sew method on the last step to sew all the holes on the ladder. Please get ladder number 3 and put it on the side of the ladder. To sew ladder number 3 for the side of the bag, we will use 3 times of thread length on complete the ladder number 1. Put the ladder number 3 on ladder number 1. Use the needle through the first hole of ladder number 1 and use the thin thread to twist it together on side of both ladders. Then take the needle and make it through the first hole on ladder number 3 and the second hole on ladder number 1. Now you can use the same sew method on the last step to sew all the holes on the ladder. It is how it should look like after we finish. Every single hole on ladder number 3 and ladder number 1 should be matched together. It is how it should look like. Now you can use the thin sew method on the last step to sew all the holes on the ladder. Use the needle on the bottom through the last hole of 2 pieces of leather and use the thin thread to trace it together on top of both leather. Then take the needle through the thin hole. It's how she'll look like. Same as another side. Thank you. Let me know if you need any help, please.